So what you're perceiving as a glitch is actually you stretching the nth degree of that law to these outside parameters that we haven't really understood. It's like when I put a piece of computer code out there, you're not really sure what's going to happen with it until the public starts to interact with it.
Right.
And so you get these really cool nuances. Maybe I get to talk to things of another dimension. Maybe I do get to see a Bigfoot. Maybe some sort of miracle happens to me with health healing. These things aren't miracles. They all exist within the totality of these laws. We perceive them as a glitch, but in reality, they are all possibilities within this code. And to other people that don't understand how the world functions or the universe or creation, they view them as glitches. They view them as miracles. But what you will realize is it's just a natural thing that can occur. And now that you see it, you cannot unsee it. And that much more becomes possible.
Yeah. And I want people to understand in this Bones law, I want us to get into these bottlenecks because this is going to be a fun conversation for the rest of this, is cycles of optimization and decay. And what's going to play in nature and society. And evolution might represent an iterative process of optimization. While species adapt and improve, extinction, ecological bottlenecks arise as unintended consequences. Now, that is not a bottleneck or a glitch. That's part of the law of nature.
It's a refinement process.
Yes, yeah.
It's a refinement. So
you've evolved past the need.
Yeah. Darwin came up with things like survival of the fittest. It's not who's the strongest. It's a function of adaptation. So the model of creation and its programming in this chaotic system is an adaptive system. And measuring that is going to be difficult. The system doesn't work that way. When you meet a guru, guess what? They're not jumping leaps and bounds. They have just been around longer. If they're a true enlightened,
they've studied longer.
They've put in more work. They've dealt with more of the permutations. They've dealt with more of the waste, system corrections. We have to do the same thing. We all are afforded the same opportunities, but the programming is there for us to make the errors and then learn to correct them. If we didn't do that, we couldn't get infinite variation and we couldn't increase our wisdom.
And I want people to say, because people say, well, why would God or why would creation include waste? Well, in a simulated system, inefficiencies are not failures. They're deliberate design choices.
Yeah.
Waste fosters variability. It fosters novelty. One of the most beautiful things that we see and that we as humans have the ability is to be creative. And that emerges from friction caused by inefficiencies.
Okay, if you need to adapt and find a solution, we have to come up with something creative, something new, something novel. We have to find a way to equalize that system.
And struggles and imperfections seem to be a way where we find meaning. It like makes meaning in our lives.
All the great stories, Jason.
Yeah, all of them.
Every great movie.
Every movie, yeah.
Yeah, see, there we go. It's the struggles required. We have to do it as human beings. Do not hate your struggle. Look at it as a beautiful gift of a learning experience.
Well, you can walk out in nature and see that's the law in perfection. Like watching the struggle of the animals, watching the struggle of the root system in the tree.
It's important.
Trying to work around the big rock to find its stability.